should have destroyed Carthage, every man, woman and child, many years ago.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Total War Rome 2, the Julia campaign. In the last session we finally managed to pretty much eradicate the Carthaginians. We took Corrales from them, and more importantly we took their capital and their last remaining land, Carthago. Now all we have left is 3 or 4 ship units. They have a unit of ships over here, the winged hippocamps. They have a unit of ships over there, the defenders of the Seven Seas. They have a rather large bunch of ships here, the Leviathans. And over here they have a 4th unit of ships, the heirs to Phoenicia. Now, of course, they have no more lands left, so their ships are suffering attrition, and I have no doubts that they're going to try their very best to try and pilfer what they can from us. So if they can take one of our lands, they will more than likely try to do so. Which begs the question, should we start to look at garrisoning some of these settlements until the Carthaginians are gone for good? Interesting indeed. So today's session is going to be a much slower paced session because we're not really going to get into too much trouble unless the AI decides they want to wage open out warfare with us. What we're going to do is we're going to take stock of what we've got. We've taken a lot of lands over the past couple of sessions, so we're going to just take a look at what we've got, try and get some of the building work sorted out. We're going to look more in depth at some of the diplomacy, see what we can ascertain in terms of what's going on around us. And then I'm going to end the session with a bit of a question for you guys as to where we're going to go next in the campaign. But more about that as time progresses. My main aim is to stabilise the building work, manoeuvre some of our units into slightly more strategic positions, and basically just let a few years tick by with a bit of relative peace for a change. So that's what we're going to do. So first of all, I think we'll take the units into consideration. See if any of them need to be leveled up, because we got a few bits and bobs happening last time. So starting then with the 2 spies, we have of course Postumia Scapula, our poisoning prowler. She didn't manage to make her way down here, but we didn't need her services anyway. So now that we've taken Carthage for now, we're not going to bother taking her back down, and instead we are going to... what are we going to do with her? I'm going to bring her back to Rome for some recuperation and to prepare for our next plan of attack. So she's going to just take a little bit of time making her way back to Rome itself. So off she tots. Going to take a couple of turns. Happy as Larry. She's worked very hard for us so far. We've got Modia Metella. She is, she needs a nickname. We have the Poisoning Prowler. What could we nickname Modia Metella? A nickname with an M would make sense. The Mingling, I don't know, the Mingling Minx? Anyway, she is keeping an eye on the Germanic tribes, the Subi-Dubis at the north, watching our allies, our client state, the Rati. We've managed to muster quite a large force here. They're taking the fight to the Subis here. Very nice to see. So she's just keeping an eye on that situation. Of course, the Arverni also not too happy with the German tribes themselves, so the Subi-Dubis have got a little bit of trouble now, so that's nice to see. We have some ships here. This bunch of ships needs to recuperate after a couple of battles. It's going to recuperate in Neapolis and defend the port from any potential Carthaginian attacks. And it's also leveled up. At least the Admiral has. Admiral Junius Brutus can have a skill. Warrior, Commander or Strategist. So I'll look at his traits to see what he seems to be focused on. Friendly with Greeks and zealous. Very zealous man. Yeah, we'll go for a zeal trait, so we'll go for warrior for him. Okay, so he's on his way back there. We'll replenish the ships and maybe even recruit a couple more. We have another bunch of ships down here, another fleet. This fleet, what we're going to have them do, I think this bunch of ships could really do with protecting Lily Bay, and that's a little bit undefended right now. So let's have a look at that. Syracuse, very small garrison there. Only a garrison of 3 until we manage to convert the Roman village. Wow, it really does influence or impact upon your garrison if you don't have the village at your culture. Anyway, they're gonna sail away.
It's an honor to serve Rome.
Oh, wait a minute. First, before, do we have some kind of a? Yeah, we have a shipwright here. So whilst these ships are in the vicinity, we can actually upgrade them.
Ready for orders.
Let's have a look. We can give them level 1 hulls. Well, why the hell not? Sounds like a good idea to me. Let's get them all upgraded before we move them out. Okay, so they've all been upgraded, and then in the next turn
It is an honor to serve
they are going to plonk themselves
Making
over
the
in Lily Bay. Okay, so they're moving. Right, that's good. These are the transport ships for Legio Potestas. Anyway,
Fleet reporting.
forgot to do this, didn't I? The Admiral here has also leveled up. He is Attilius Regulus, and his traits are 2 cunning, is 1 zeal, and sanguine. Funnily enough, Legio Sanguine. Another zeal trait, and some culture, respectful. I think we'll go more cunning with him. I think. I like pigs. Do you like pigs? He likes pigs. Right, we're going to go for strategist with him. And we're going to sail him up over there. Excellent stuff. Right, so that's the 2 ships sorted out. Moving down to Legio Sanguine, the Premier Legion of Rome. Headed currently by Sornatius Flavus, but there's going to be a wee shake-up of the armies very shortly. But for now, what's going to happen in terms of the armies is these 2 armies are going to head back to Rome, and this army here, Patrium, is going to head down and garrison Carthage. These 2 armies will then be the next armies to take control of whatever we happen to do next. So in the meantime though, we have a levelling up situation with the general, Sornatius Flavus, ranking up. And look at the zeal of this man. This is mainly to do with the warrior that he has in the army, but also he has quite a few traits in terms of his own zeal. Warrior, Severitas, Soldier. Let's have a look at some of this. Commander, Strategist, Marine, Offence, Morale during offensive battles, Virtue, Defence, Dread, Despoil. I think we'll go for Offence here. Extra Zeal again, and extra Morale when attacking. That sounds good to me. So these troops are just replenishing at the moment, so we'll leave them be for this turn, at least until this army moves away. We don't want to take him out too quickly. So that's him. What else we got? Publius.
Ready for orders.
So this is a champion that's in that army. The Dagger of Rome, all the way over here, headed by the Scipio, the cunning dog that he is. Currently just sat there keeping an eye on Octogeron, and he's going to stay there for the time being. In his army, he has an agent, a patrician, who can rank up. So let's have a look at this. Zeal, manipulation, assassination, civil tax act, plus 5% tax rate. That sounds like a good idea. And some authority. Yeah, why not? Seems reasonable enough. Right. Legio Potestas. Sentius Cursor, the general, he's also ranked up. All these ranking ups Not happening. Procrastinator, that's not good. Trustworthy. Pious, a bit more of an authoritative figure, I think. So we'll go for a commander in terms of that. And finally, Legio Patrium, 2 rank ups here. The army gets the tradition. Seeing as they're going to go and defend Carthage, should we give them some defensive kind of traits? Weapon damage by melee, weapon damage by missile. I always like the melee side of things. And the general, Berenius Saturninus. Bit of a mouthful. Fertile, this man makes excellent choices in bed. Siege expert, household garden wife. What can we give him? General, 2 authority, and cheaper recruitment. I like that one. Strategist. Warrior. I think we'll go with that one. I like that one. Okay. So is that all of the armies and the agents? I think it might well be. Any movements that we can make right now, we'll make them. We'll just take these guys up to Lilybaeum for the time being, temporarily, so that we can defend it should the Carthaginians attack. But then, as I said, this army will be pressing on to Rome itself. So the army movements and the agent movements are sorted for now, which means that next up is the building work. And we'll start from north to south here. Octogeron. Everything is fine in there for now. Happy with that. Medlan. Public order is increasing, and building wise it seems that we have everything covered for now, so we're happy with that. Alright, moving down to Roma. Just a couple more turns and we shall have the population growth that we need to be able to expand and build a siege workshop, so that we can start to finally build siege equipment. And everything else there, again, the level 2 buildings is as far as we want to go at this early stage of the campaign, so everything in here is perfectly fine. Moving down then into the Magna Graecia region. We've recently captured a few lands in here, and we are converting a few. Now Lilybaeum can be increased to level 2 Roman village. Do that as quickly as possible. The port here can be changed into something. We'll just take a quick look at what we want to make it into. These are fine, and these are all converting. Syracuse just recently be conquered. We need to build something here before it turns into slums. Farming is always good. Should we have some kind of a military capacity down in this region? We have no military capacity in Magna Graecia. Do we need it, or should we make Carthage our military capacity in the region? We can strike out from Carthage. I think, yeah, because yeah, that makes more sense, I think. So we'll leave Carthage to be the military outpost for this particular area. It'll cover defensively the islands here, Sicily over there, and if there's any potential attacks, we could do with having a unit producing capability within Africa. So that's fine. So Syracuse then is going to we'll put that into a farm. So we've got plenty of food right now. So in Lilybaeum then, shipwright. We already have Brundisium producing the ships with the military wharf. A harbour is more commercial but less food. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for the harbour. Okay, so building work down here is done. I'm happy with that. Moving up a little bit to Sardinia at Corsica, or rather the reverse. Corellis has been recently conquered, and therefore all of these buildings need addressing as a matter of urgency. Alalia is perfectly fine, but Corellis not so much. And we're running a little bit low on cash now, so this building is the most important, I think, to convert. So we'll convert that into a Roman city. We definitely need to convert the temple here. There's no use having that there. What do we want to convert it into? As per usual, I'll take a quick look at the this screen when making my choice. Consecrated ground. Shrine of Minerva, research rate and public order. Industry, maritime commerce. Public order, security, Latin culture, public order per turn, public order, Latin culture. Public order and wealth from all sources. We're going to go for a Mercury there, I think. Corrales. We'll go for a Mercury. So convert shrine to Mercury. Can we do that here? Yes, we can. There we go. Excellent. So shrine to Mercury there. 841 to go. What's this? I'm not too bothered about converting these two buildings for now. Amphitheatres and agoras. But we might just... no, we won't convert that either, because in Carthage we want to convert this. It's going to cost us 1,500. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right, so we've got a little bit more work to do in converting what we have. How much is it going to convert? How much does it convert this? Wait a minute. No, 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 no. No, 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 you're confusing me. It's going to be quite expensive. Or we could actually make a completely new building. I'll stick with what they've got. It seems reasonable enough. Alright, so that's fine. 841. I think we'll halt the spending spree for now. So that's the building works. Just need to focus on these two a little bit further. So moving on then further to diplomacy then. So we have Carthage that we are at war with, but they have no lands. I wonder if they'll accept a ceasefire. I wonder if we can get some last bit of cash out of them. It would be a little bit of a sneaky...
I find the heat leaves me
they ain't
unable
got enough
to
money to
suffer
pay me
food.
anyway. That would be rather funny if we could get a ceasefire with them, but no. The Arverni. See if we can get some trade with these guys. These guys are helping us, not directly, but rather indirectly, with the Germanic tribes. So let's see if we can start to broker some treaties. No, not interested. Okay, let's keep moving on. We're not going to be getting a trade agreement with these guys, are we? The old Subis. Who are these? Some Spanish thing. Some Spanish faction, Iberian faction, whatever you want to call it.
You are welcome, although my ancestors...
Nope, not interested. So as we just move down, the Messazeli, next door neighbours now, they like us.
Welcome, friend. Welcome. Come,
Okay,
sit.
good.
Enjoy the pleasures of my home, and let us find accord.
Been a bit greedy, but well, we have a lot of converting to do, so a bit of extra cash would be very welcome. Trade agreement. And, well, we requesting they pay us 2,000 denarii for the privilege. And why don't we even go for a non-aggression pact? Because they're... oh no, they're not happy with that. Okay. With them being our neighbours, it would be good if we could at least have a pact that would make our time a little bit easier here. But we'll work on the relationship first of all.
Our merchants are welcomed across all the world for the wealth they bring.
So we're not getting any money out of them, which is fine. You don't know if you don't ask, and
from my
we're
law.
cheeky.
I guarantee it.
So we've got the trade agreement. Now how about just the non-aggression pact on its own, no? Well, we'll let the relationship blossom for a little while with the trade, and hopefully when the relationship increases a little bit further, we can come to some kind of an arrangement. Moving on. No, the cafe go. Hoo hoo hoo. Want to trade now that we're back on speaking terms?
In wisdom.
No. Do they
Trade
help?
with you is, I am sorry to say, all but impossible.
The Pictones? Let's have a look if they want to trade.
We will gladly listen to your offers, but do not wrap...
Nope, they're not interested either. Right, okay. So no extra trade. So as we just take a quick look at the diplomacy in general, we click on ourselves, we can see who's friendly with us, who's not so friendly with us. We can see that we have a nice defensive alliance here with the Massilia. Our two Client states in the north the rate here fine, the Nori not so much. But that's always been the case, so I'm not too worried about that. Here we have the Ereviski. I'm sure at one point in the past these were controlled by the Subidoobies. Have they taken their land? I don't know, maybe I was misreading that. Anyway, so yeah, we've got some green here, green there, green here, we've got green there. I mean, we're surrounded by people that aren't necessarily hostile with us, so we could really have a nice little area of, time of peace here. Libya, a little bit, keep an eye on these guys. These could cause some problems if they want to get a bit frisky. But yeah, it's mainly the Germanic tribes to the north and these guys that we should keep an eye on. But everybody else seems to be fairly happy with us, which is nice.